Into our first storm report of the high school football season. Yep, a little bit earlier than normal. It's a week earlier than normal. Joining me, I got head coach Andrew Goodwin with the United Red Storm. We've seen you a week earlier.
I know. It's you get more of me, Sean.
Yeah, right.
We're excited.
There you go. And with the expanded playoffs, there's a good chance we'll even get more.
I know. I would
this
love
year,
to be here double-digit weeks. On good standing most weeks. So yeah, I'm excited.
How's the early start been? That's how we'll start.
Yeah.
How's the early start been?
Yeah, it's been really good. The word I've been using to the kids, to everybody, is just excited. I mean, it's a really good time to be in our program, and just to be with these kids is just as much as as many coaches would dream of, having a bunch of kids. My first year, a lot of sophomore starters. Now they're seniors, and they finally get to put it together, and they've bought in. They've completely changed the course of what we're trying to do here. So this week of practice was fantastic. A lot of high energy, a lot of intensity. Captains meeting yesterday went really well. They're ready to go. They're ready to present what we've worked on. So yeah, I mean it is a week earlier, and we had to stretch some things out, but it's been really good.
Good.
So, yeah.
1-8 last year, but I remember talking to you at the end. It was just not the season you wanted or anybody would have wanted. But I saw a little bit of excitement, a little bit of, that you get. We talked about the numbers in the junior high program are great.
Yeah.
The numbers in JFL are fantastic.
Yep.
Your fresh soph, I think, is going to have good numbers this year.
Yep,
the freshman group
we'll
at
have
least
about 30. Yeah.
Wow, that's the most I've heard of anybody around here at the JV level. So I sensed a little bit of excitement last year.
I mean, with numbers coming in, you have to be ecstatic about that. I mean, we have 23 freshmen that came in.
Wow.
Yeah. So trying to find helmets was a struggle, but ultimately that's a good problem to have, right? And yeah, the lower programs are really exceeding. We should have over 30 again in the junior high program for 7th and 8th graders this year. 5th and 6th grade, I think we're just right under 30, between 28 and 30. And then 2nd through 4th grade, those flag football kids, I mean, they always have 7 to 9 teams, it seems like.
Oh, yeah,
so,
true.
Yeah, so, I mean, they're rolling in the right direction. And if we can get all levels, ready to go by high school and excited for it, it's fantastic. So with the numbers going up and how we ended the season last year, it was a completely different turnaround from year 1 to year 2, because we had more energy. Even though we had less kids, you could see that the kids started finally figuring it out, like, hey, this is hard to do, but we're in the right position to do this. And we finally got one. We got the monkey off our back, and it was really good to see that they were fully bought into what we were trying to teach. And it's hard to change a culture night the next day. So when that finally clicked, it was something really good, to where like they know that they can do it now. And something that we talked about last night with the captains, I mean, a big thing is the belief. Like, they finally have the belief that they could do it because of the summer that we had, how we ended the season, just going into this week. I mean, they feel like they actually have the capabilities to do a lot of good things on Friday. So it's a good thing to have. It was a learning experience for sure, and you don't want a 2-year learning experience or a 1.5 year learning experience from our part. But I mean, it had to happen, and now we're ready to roll.
The coaches always say, or football people always say, your biggest improvement is from week 1 to week 2.
Yeah.
And I would think coaching at a new program too, your biggest jump would be from season 1 to season 2, and you saw that a little bit last year. And now you go from 2 to 3.
Yeah, I mean, for year 2 to 3, we'll bring like super big improvements. But I mean, year 1
the
to year 2,
kids know you, they know the system
for sure. Yeah, I mean, and when you have almost 7 2-year starters, I mean, it'll finally change. They're saying it last night. They're the big dogs on the street. So and they are enjoying it, and they want to be in that position. They want to put themselves in these pressure size, these everything that comes with the pressure with it. So they're enjoying that. It's good to see that they want it too, because not a lot of high school kids really want that. I mean, they've taken their bumps and bruises for 2 years, but they're ready for that challenge.
There's kids that like to play football. I'm just going out and play football, and then there's kids that like to play football and win.
Yes.
There's two different things. Hey, I like to play football. Yeah, but I like to play football and win.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's hard. It is hard to come back. I mean, you see the number struggles of what we've had in the past few years, even before I got here. You know, we started my first year with 37, ended with 35, and then we started with 37 again my second year, and ended with 33. So I mean, for us to come back and have 52 in the program this year, help with the young kids, but we got some older kids. We got some older kids out. We got 4 or 5 juniors to come out this year because they've seen the excitement. The kids are talking about it. They want to be a part of the program, and they want to be a part of the change. And if we can have 52 individuals who are bought in on that, I mean, the winning will come, and they'll see it that we're ready to play week 1 and take that next step.
Well, with the numbers, last year you were in a lot of games. I mean, we talked every week. You were in a lot of games in the first half. And then the depth, just not having the numbers kind of wore you down in the second half. That the numbers in the program is going to help with that depth and that second half surge.
I mean, it's why we only play once a week.
Yeah.
I mean, if we played 3 times a week like basketball, I don't know if we'd have any kids standing, So, yeah, I mean, with 33 kids and, 10 to 12 of them are freshmen, it's really hard to, battle, the teams that, we look across the field and they have, a full fresh soft team of 25 kids and a full varsity team of 30 to 35 kids. And, those schools have, had those culture built, driven teams around for a long time, and they know what it's about. And, we've been starting fresh at points in time. So trying to fix that. And now that we have, the numbers to do that, you're going to see a big fix with it. So, yeah, I mean, it's good to play football, but playing football and winning, that's a different aspect. But they're ready to go on it.
You sent me your starters this week, and as I was typing it out, it was senior.
Isn't it nice?
Man, I had to double check if I wrote this down wrong somewhere.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of seniors, man, and a lot of skill position seniors.
Yes,
you got some numbers coming back.
Yeah, I mean, we've had 2-year starters at those positions. It's at the skill positions. I mean, some kids have moved here and there, but they being in the system for 2 years, they're going to be ready to go. And the numbers are nice. We wish stats were a little better here and there, but it's what we had, and we worked with it. And yeah, I mean, to have all those guys coming back, 90% of our offense coming back, 75% of our defensive production coming back. It's even though the 1-8 thing happened, I mean, yeah, we were in a lot of games first half, and again, ran out of steam, but we were right there for the taking, and now we've got the guys to finish all 4 quarters.
Kellen Moon back at quarterback.
Yeah.
What a nice year that young man had last year, and I'm really looking forward to the things he's going to do this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to keep Kellen out of the mindset of that he wants to be great. He's a very intentional person. When he listens to you, he wants to be the guy in charge. He wants to do the right things, but not for himself. For the team. Like we had a little mishap here and there last week, but he looked at me and said, I just want this for the guys, and I feel like I've disappointed them in every single way. And what he did, and it's a small thing, it was a miscommunication, but he doesn't want to let people down. And then it feeds into it to where we had another senior who just started playing this year, and he's worked his tail off, and he had a couple mishaps where they were just minor stuff, but then he felt like he was letting everybody else down. So like the culture is building through there, and I think that's the biggest impact that Kellen has. Just his leadership in that role, to where like he works his tail off. He started in January, never missed weights. He's bringing kids into the weight room by himself. He's picking people up. He's doing that, and from January to now, I mean, I've never seen I haven't seen many kids work as hard as he has. He's ready for the challenge. He wants to take his game to the next level as much as possible and help these guys on Friday nights. So I think he's in for a big year, and having him as a 1.5-year starter at that quarterback position, not a lot of coaches can say that they have that. We're not starting fresh with it, and it's really nice to have that this year.
You being a lifetime football guy, your dad, a long-time successful high school football coach. You've been around this game a long time, so it all starts up front. How's those big guys doing up front so far?
Yeah, I mean, we return a lot, and we technically have all 5 starters back, but we're missing a starter because it's at basic.
It's a great story.
Yeah,
I mean, it stinks that he's not able to play football. What a great story.
Yeah, I mean, Bob is a true warrior. he's been through bumps and bruises, but the type of character that Bob was to start high school and where he's at now, I mean, he was named leader of his squad already.
Wow.
He's starting the Forge this week, and he's leading that charge. And from where Bob was, and then being named captain for our team last year, and then moving on to taking those aspects into the Army, it's super nice to have, and we're all grateful for Bob. We wish he was here. August 28th can't come soon enough for him to get back. I'm ready to hear all the stories because we'll sit and we'll talk for 3 hours and he'll just ramble on. But yeah, I mean the big guys up front had a really good week. We're not the biggest group, but we are going to know everything and be as we'll fight as hard as possible. We're bringing a sophomore, Luke Somke, I'm really excited about at left tackle. Bigger kid, 6'3", 215. He's worked his tail off, gotten stronger. Our center position we're working through, but we have two guys that are capable of doing it, Adam Doan and Zach Giese. Houston Jackson and Logan Sadoff will take the guard positions, and they've been doing it for a little while, and they're the smartest guys, and they're the leaders on that line. I wouldn't want any other two right now in that position. And then Evan Jenks at right tackle. He's played all over from left tackle to left guard and now moving over to right tackle, but we trust him to do the right job. And so, yeah, I mean, we're small at that position. We've got some young guys coming up on it, but those 5 to 7 guys that we have right now are going to be ready to go. It starts in the trenches for sure, and we'll be seeing a team like that on Friday to where those trenches are for real, and that's what they live by, and we'll have to stack up with it, but I think the kids are ready.
And I guess we should have prefaced the story for the folks who don't know about Bob Kendall. Bob Kendall is at basic training right now, and you won't get him back till August 28th, and then he'll have to get his 12 practices. And I've always said, if you're at basic training, you should just waive your 12 practices because you've basically been practicing.
I'll tell you the story off the air because then I'd go over my time. But yeah, we looked into it. Don't worry. And I mean.
He's practicing now. Really.
Yeah, I mean, he's going through harder things than these kids have gone through all summer, So he's definitely acclimated, and he's put on 20 pounds of muscle. So when he comes back, I know he's going to be like, Coach, give me the ball. But no, he's a true lineman at heart. He loves being down in the trenches. We're excited for Bob Kendall to get back. He's a huge integral part to our team, and he'll be a huge godsend when he comes back.
It all gets started tomorrow night against Bureau Valley at Bureau Valley. Why not take your longest road trip? Probably?
It is my longest road trip of the
week
year.
1.
Let's just get it over with. Rip the Band-Aid off.
In the heat, on the bus, all the way to
Yes.
Bureau Valley. What do you know about Bureau Valley? Of course, Pat Elder there now in his second year, longtime area coach, moving over from Ridgewood. What's BV bring? Of course, I know it's week 1, but what have you seen maybe from last year?
Yeah, I mean, they bring back a lot of starters, too. They bring back 7 on offense, 6 on defense, so they'll be ready to go. I mean, their JV was 9-0 last year, and from what I hear, I mean, they're going to be a talented bunch. They're still going to be a young group, but, with our experience, I hope that helps in some way, shape, or form, but I will give it to him. He's definitely a better coach than I am at this point in time. He's been doing it a long time. He's a second place finisher for a reason. He's a great guy, a great mentor to those kids. And after, again, that year 1 to year 2 jump, I mean, that's where you're going to see a huge jump. So I think that Pat will do a fantastic job getting those guys prepped. Again, he's going to air it out as much as possible. I'm just joking. He's going to run. He's going to run the ball. He's going to run the ball, and he's going to stick to what he does. He's going to present some challenges on defense to where we're going to try and figure it out as quick as possible when we get there. You can only do so much in week 1 when you have last year's film. I mean, we caught a surprise last year in week 1, so we'll figure it out when we get there. But I know that Pat's going to stick true to what he does. Those kids are going to work hard for him because of the culture that I know that he has brought over from Sherrard and Richmond Burton and all those places. He's been around the game a long time. He knows what he's supposed to do with these kids. So it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, I don't like facing a Hall of Famer week 1, but here we are. I'm excited for our kids to go out there and, stop the run as much as possible, move fast in what we do on offense. And, it's the key. I mean, the keys to the game is going to be sticking true to who we are. I mean, taking it play by play. We know week 1 is not all sunshines and rainbows, and it's going to be not as warm, but a little warmer than we are in week 9. So we'll have to be prepared mentally and physically, but I think we'll be there. So.
Yeah, it's cross division game and it's week one. You're still worrying about yourselves at this point.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we got to figure out ourselves too. I mean, we've had 2 joint practices, so we've only had limited reps. So I mean, we can face ourselves, but we can't match up against physical starters of other teams because not every team's the same. And for us trying to do triple option, it's a challenge for us because I don't do triple option wing and that kind of stuff. So our kids are looking at the playbook like, what is going on here? So yeah, we got to. Us trying to mimic it and mirror it as much as possible, it's a challenge, but we're ready for it, and the kids have done a great job buying in. The scout offense and defense has done a fantastic job getting our kids ready. I mean, we have a lot of young guys that are stepping in saying, hey, we want to change Friday nights, but it's also going to help them on Mondays. So yeah, we'll figure out where we are after this week, and yeah.
The cool thing is, because you're excited and there's a little buzz around the program for sure with all the returners you have back, all the podcasts we're going through. What's the big games of the week? And yours was like, hey, that's going to be a good one. People are pointing at that one with 2 up-and-coming programs like you in Bureau Valley. That's kind of cool. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's very cool, and it's something the kids haven't really experienced, And at Captain's Dinner last night, we were talking about it, and I said, what feels different? What's different, like, in your mind? And they say the hype. They haven't had the hype, and they feel like it's kind of cool, and they want it. And I was like, but now you have the target on your back, so how are you going to go and react, and how are you going to let it affect you? And so if we let it affect us in a negative way, I mean, we don't want finger pointing or anything, but we talked about that wholeheartedly. Like we have to stick together. It's not all going to be perfect. Week 1 never is, and every program will go through it, but it's just how you handle the situation. They're excited that they have this hype because they feel that they deserve it, and I feel that they deserve it. And we just have to make sure that we do the right things in order to live up to that hype. So yeah, I mean, love all the podcasts talking about us. I think we'll stick true to what they say as well. And we're just going to go out there and do what we can.
I'm so excited for this season, my man.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Good luck. Go get him. We'll talk to you afterwards.
Thank you.
That is head coach Andrew Goodwin with the United Red Storm as they take on the Bureau Valley Storm. It's a battle of the storm, but we've got the Red Storm. I think the Red Storm is bigger than just a normal storm.
I think so, too.
I think that's where we got the advantage.
It happened during the rain yesterday. Chance was like, Coach, is this the Red Storm that we're going through right now? I was like, yes, sir.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It'll be right here on AM 1330, FM 95.7 WRM. Pregame show at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock.